Good morning, everyone. I'm Emily Akhtarzandi, Managing Director of AtlanticLIVE, the events division of The Atlantic, and I'm happy to welcome you all to Access to Power, a forum on energy equity. A few notes before we get started. We're on Twitter at Atlantic_Live, and you can join today's conversation using the hashtag NextAmerica. And we're also live streaming the conversation today at atlantic.com/live. All across America, low-income families and underserved communities are struggling to pay their monthly utility bill. This is especially true for people of color and renters who live in multifamily units where buildings are not updated to meet energy efficiency standards. On average, low-income households pay more than 3 times the amount that higher-income households pay. And as the energy landscape continues to modernize with better technology and greater investments from both the public and private sector, what will it take to ensure that the benefits of energy innovation are extended to all communities and consumers? So we'll dive into this issue today. And to illuminate this topic, we've brought together a wide-ranging group of energy stakeholders, from community leaders to socially minded entrepreneurs to government officials and the private sector. Together, they'll discuss how to create a more equitable, clean energy future for all Americans. But before we begin, I'd like to take the opportunity to thank our underwriter for this program today, Pacific Gas and Electric, for making this Atlantic Next America Forum possible. And I'm delighted to welcome to the stage Melissa Lavinson, Vice President of Federal Affairs and Policy and Chief Sustainability Officer from PG&E, to the stage for her remarks. So Melissa, welcome.
Great. Well, thank you, Emily. Thank you for the introduction, and thank you all for being here this morning. And this is a pretty amazing turnout, which just lets me know that this, again, is a really important topic and something that we all need to really work together to solve. And I'm looking forward to this timely discussion on energy equity led by Ron Brownstein and The Atlantic, and to hear from the great slate of panelists and speakers that we have. You know, as someone who's been in the energy industry now for the past 20 plus years, I can safely say that I have seen more change in the past 3 years than I've seen in the past 2 decades. The energy systems that we're seeing, that we have, are becoming more decarbonized, more digitized, and more dispersed. And this is due to a variety of factors, including technology and innovation deployment, regulatory policy, tax policy, changing consumer expectations are really driving a lot of this, and changing demographics, among others. And the changes have been generally positive for millions of Americans and for the country. We've seen a reduction in greenhouse gas emissions, increased energy efficiency and increased energy productivity, lower commodity costs, improved air quality, more customer choice, autonomy and transparency, and increased energy security for the nation. But that doesn't mean that there haven't been challenges and that there don't continue to be challenges. And it doesn't mean that everyone has benefited equally from all these incredible innovations. So a couple of the challenges that we see are the following. Technology and markets, they're evolving faster than regulation. And this has the potential to impact the sustainability, effectiveness, and success of a lot of these efforts. There are increasing concerns about the overall system reliability and about information security. More investments are definitely needed to make the underlying infrastructure, which is that grid platform, to make this new energy system work. But finding a way to equitably pay for this grid platform, that's been elusive. We haven't really figured that out yet. We're seeing a displacement of workers from one industry to another, and sometimes this is exacerbating local economic challenges, so we have to address this as we move forward. And as Emily mentioned, not all consumers have equal access to these new technologies, or they don't even have the right information to make the right choices for themselves. So at PG&E, we thought that this was a really important topic, and we really wanted to host this conversation in partnership with Ron Brownstein and The Atlantic, because primarily as a California company headquartered in San Francisco, we are seeing both the extreme benefits and the extreme challenges of this changing landscape firsthand. And we're seeing the impacts on energy consumers and communities. You know, at PG&E, we serve Silicon Valley and we serve the Central Valley. So what that means is we have some of the most affluent, technology savvy, energy sophisticated customers and communities around the country. But it also means that we have some of the most disadvantaged, economically challenged, energy-dependent, and cost-sensitive customers and communities throughout the country. And we need to serve them both equally. We need to make the system work for everyone. And it's our belief that all consumers and all communities should benefit from the amazing opportunities that are available to us. And we also believe that failure to do so is not an option. You know, the stakes are just too high for both the people we serve and the planet we live on. So on behalf of the 23,000 men and women of PG&E, I again want to thank the Atlantic for hosting today's event and for tackling this extremely important issue. You know, we've got to make the new energy economy work for everyone, and we have to do so in a way that ensures all Americans have access to clean, affordable, safe, and reliable energy. And that's what we strive to do every day at PG&E for our 16 million customers throughout Northern and Central California, regardless of where they live, who they are, or their income level. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Melissa. Our first panel will explore how community engagement and outreach can help empower low-income consumers to tap into resources that will plug them into the clean energy economy. Joining us for this conversation are Michelle Moore, Chief Executive Officer of Groundswell, Jackie Patterson, Director of Environment and Climate Justice Program of NAACP, and Ted Tribue, Director of the District of Columbia Sustainable Energy Utility. And the Atlantic's Rebecca Rosen will moderate this panel. So Rebecca, the floor is yours. Thank you.